Joe Hopkins here with another installment of You Need to Hear This Album. Right? This is a series I do about artists that I love who maybe aren't getting the attention they deserve, or famous artists who put out an album that I think maybe hasn't been heard enough, that people haven't heard of. So you need to hear this album. And today I'm doing one on a rather obscure artist named Schecter. I ran into her music a couple of years ago, and at least on YouTube, I don't know how well her music is doing elsewhere, but on YouTube, her channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers. Her videos and songs don't have a lot of views, which I find shocking because of how good the music is and how good the music videos are, right? She did an album, Bad for Business. I don't know if she's done any since. It doesn't look like she's put out a whole lot since then, but I love this album. I'd like to hear more from her because I really like the music. And it's worth listening to. And I'll tell you about it here. First, I'm going to put a link in the description below. A link to Katie's channel so you can check out her music. And I'd recommend checking out her music videos, which I love. She's done videos for several of these songs. And the videos, they have a couple thousand views, which isn't a ton. I think her channel has 250 some subscribers, or is it 520 some subscribers? Either way, it's not a very big number, which shocks me. I'm subscribed. I really like her stuff. I'd say the title track, Bad for Business. Great song, great video. My favorite songs on the album are probably Gone Too Soon. What was the other one? Nowadays, I think it was called. How Many Flowers and Bad for Business. Bad for Business and How Many Flowers both have videos, and they're excellent videos. There's also a video for one called, I think it's Cold Wet Chain. Great video. Her videos, I love them. Very psychedelic, you know what I mean? Old school psychedelic, not like the new idea of it. No, this is very 60s stuff. The whole album, very 60s rock. It's like Sheryl Crow singing for the Beatles with country influences and R&B chord progressions. And I really mean that, like R&B, like the old school 50s, 60s R&B. A lot of the chord progressions are very much like that. Very country influenced too. A lot of country music, almost ideas, like old school country music. This really is the kind of stuff you'd hear in the 1960s. It's like all of her influences are pre-1975. I hear nothing that would even make me think that she listened to music after 1975, which I love. I really love it. If this album had come out in 1970, I think it would have done a lot better than coming out now, to be honest with you, or 3 years ago, I think it came out. Something like that. That's when I heard of it, about 3 years ago. I think that's when her album came out. But I love that sound. I love the 60s rock sound. If you like that kind of thing, you'd really like this. I really like the very wet sounding, reverby, clean channel guitars on it. All the guitars are either that or like old school fuzz sound, like the kind of fuzz you heard in 1968. You know what I mean? 67, 68, around there. I like the way it sounds. I like the songs. I like the way they're put together, right? Like I said, there's obviously some country influences. There's steel guitars on some of these songs, which works really great. It sounds great. The way it's put together is all very good. And like I said, what grabbed me initially was not just the songs, but the music videos are very 60s, late 60s psychedelic kind of ideas, which became popular again like in the 90s when I was a teenager. They were that kind of thing was coming back in, and it really has that kind of feel. Like, this is the kind of album you would have expected to come out in 1967 or 1995, something like that. Because, I don't know, I guess the 90s were a redo of the 60s in a lot of ways. But yeah, I'm mentioning it to you guys because this is a guitar channel, this is a music channel, and for people that like that kind of old school rock and roll, this works really well. You know what I mean? It all has that classic feel. And I know a lot of you guys can appreciate that. I've looked at the demographic analytics on my channel, and I know that it skews to heavily male and middle-aged. So I don't know. I guess I'm a middle-aged guy. I appeal to middle-aged guys. But for guys in my age group, this music very well might appeal to you. I like it. I think it's all very well put together. Like I said, very classic rock kind of sound. Not classic rock like the classic rock radio, but like actual something that would have been popular decades and decades ago. But it's done by a newer artist. And it does have that youthful feel. You know what I mean? Kind of like the music did back then. It's that kind of music with that kind of youth to it. There's an energy that, I don't know, I think people start to lose that when they get older. Older artists have more serious music and they kind of lose a little bit of that energy. This has it. This has the energy. This has the motion. And as good as it is, I still find it surprising that it doesn't do better, that it doesn't have more subscribers and more views. And it shocked me at the time that, man, this is a very underwatched channel for as good as this is. You know, I look out for that kind of thing. I look out for music that I really like that a lot of people haven't caught on to yet. And when I start liking it, you know, sometimes it starts doing, not because I saw it that it does better, but I notice I'll find something and watch it do better and better. And this doesn't seem to be. And I'm hoping some of you guys go and check it out, that this gives it a boost. This is music that deserves to be listened to because it's good songs, it's good songwriting, it's good musicianship. The singing is spot on. It has a really cool sound. And yeah, that's the word, cool. It's cool. It's the kind of thing, I don't know, once upon a time somebody might have said it's hip, but we'll go with cool because it does have a cool sound. Very, very chilled out, low key, cool. Like the epitome of cool. Anyway, like I said, I like it. I think you guys would like it. That's why I'm bringing it to your attention. Go check out Katie Schecter's channel. Like I said, I'll put a link down here. If you go down in the description, right at the top, there's a link. Underneath that is a link to, streaming for my album. You should check it out. Now, the link I'm putting here is a link to her YouTube channel. I do know she's on Spotify because, well, my wife listens to a lot of Spotify, and I hipped my wife up to this, and she liked it enough that she put it on her playlist, and it gets some listens that way. I listen to it a lot too. I really like this music, and I might do some more videos in this series. Let me know if you guys want to know what else I've been listening to that maybe you haven't heard of. So yeah, man, anyway, that's my video. It's a short one because what else is there to say? Katie Schecter, it's good music, it's really cool, and go check it out. All right, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.